So we're going to make sponge candy today. My fascination with sponge candy is because I got it in my stocking every year. My grandmother would put it in my stocking, and it was just a favorite of mine. And for this recipe, we're going to be using a dark corn syrup and a dark or a brown sugar, but you can use also light corn syrup and regular cane sugar. So I think did you say you're measuring out as you go, or you have it in bowls already?
I already put it in bowls.
Okay.
Yes.
So the recipe is a cup of sugar, a cup of corn syrup. So when I do it in weights, I've got 200 grams of brown sugar and 240 grams of corn syrup. Just so you know. Do you have your burner on yet?
I don't. Should I turn it on?
I was just thinking that. I'm going to turn mine on.
So you had it so I'll do it at 4 like you're doing it.
Okay.
Okay. So.
And then, also at this point, you want to add in a tablespoon of vinegar. And some people make it with vinegar, some people don't. I'm not totally sure. I've done it, but I don't know how to tell you what the difference is because it's worked so similarly. Okay.
All right. Got that in there. So should I use my whisk and not my spoon, or just keep my spoon handy?
I use the whisk when I whisk the baking soda in at the end.
Okay. So use my spoon for the
just a spoon or a spatula while you're cooking.
Okay.
And you want to be kind of gentle with it because the more sugar that gets up on the side of your pot, the more sugar you'll have that's actually crystallizing, and you don't want that crystallized sugar at the end.
Okay.
You said you haven't had sponge candy before, right? Or have you?
I can't remember. Like, I know what it is. I feel like possibly I've had it when I was little. Like maybe my grandma's or something, but I'm not 100% sure. If I have had it, it's been a long time.
Okay.
We're talking like childhood.
Okay. I think for some people it's kind of more of an acquired taste. It's like some people really like the darker flavors of it. It's not very sweet, but at the same time it is. Right. So maybe I was the odd kid who liked it.
I do like weird things though, to be honest with you. So you say don't want to stir it a lot, right? Just a little bit?
At the beginning, I kind of stir every so often just to make sure everything is mixed.
Okay.
Especially vinegar.
I can smell it. The vinegar?
Yes. It has a very unique smell. And actually, the first time I made it with vinegar, from the smell, I didn't think I was going to like it. But somehow, when it all comes together, to me, it just tastes really good. Are you planning to coat yours with chocolate later?
I could. I have chocolate. Tim's over there going, you can smell it all the way from Tennessee?
No. Okay, Tim.
Okay, Tim. I can smell it from a pot that's in front of me. Chocolate, I don't know. I mean, I could. I have a lot of chocolate here because I make a lot of chocolate chip cookies in this house.
Oh.
So I have chocolate, but I don't know.
I read that the place that puts smoked salt, not smoked salt, fleur de sel and fennel seeds on the bottom, like on the parchment paper before they pour the sponge candy on. I pulled smoked salt out. I forgot about it. I wonder if I want to try it.
What is yours at? Is it doing anything more?
It's not boiling yet. Let me see. I'm starting to get little bubbles.
Okay.
I want to let it go just a little bit more, and then so while it's at this stage, after it's boiled, you just want to leave it alone and don't stir it at all.
Oh, okay. So I shouldn't be stirring
it. I forgot to mention that.
No, I think you did mention that. I just don't always listen super well, Nicole.
Okay. Look at the mug. I'm using one of Rain's mugs.
Oh, that's adorable.
It felt so festive.
I'm taking a video of my boiling sugar.
That's a good idea. I took some pictures the other day, but okay. So I'm now at the point where I'm just going to set my timer and I'm going to leave it alone.
Okay. I did sift my baking soda once. I'll do it again though. You said you do it a bunch of times?
I do it a few times, and I'll show why on here so people can see. So I put it through my I've sifted it a bit, and you see there's still clumps.
Yep.
And those clumps are really not great in candy.
They're nasty.
Yeah, really, especially in this candy. Oh my gosh, you don't want that part.
Okay, I've sifted it 3 times. Am I good? You think?
Yeah, and then I just, at the end, when I go to put it in, I just do it again.
Okay.
So I'm right about 231.
Okay. So
what are you at?
I gotta go up a temperature then. I'm gonna go up to 3.
Okay.
Because mine was hovering.
So when I've noticed with sugar, especially in like the 230, 240 range, it'll hover there for a little bit,
okay.
And then it starts going up again.
At 232 right now.
Okay. And I just, for people who are using a different type of thermometer, I wasn't thinking to mention, I keep a paper towel that's damp, and I also put this sugar mixture will just harden on the thermometer so quickly. So when I'm done, I wipe it off and I just put it into a little bit of water. Okay. Because also what happens with this sugar is when you put the pot into the sink with hot water, it's like it disintegrates. The sugar mixture disintegrates, not the pot. And it's so easy to clean up, but I have to keep the thermometer in water.
Okay.
Are you smelling does it smell like it's deepening and really caramelizing?
Yeah. It almost smells like molasses, sort of.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah,
it's very much like that. I'll test my temperature again, but I'm at about 10 and a half minutes, so.
I am almost at 240 right now.
Okay.
At like 238, 237 maybe.
Okay, and I'm at 241 now, 242.
Okay. So we're pretty close.
Oh, mine is, like about 245.
Okay.
And it's interesting to watch it. In my pot, what happens is it's like the middle gets really bubbly, and then the bubbles start to go towards the edge, and almost all of my mixture is bubbling now. Is all of yours bubbling?
Yes, it looks like a cloud of bubbles.
I've already got a container that I have parchment paper in, and I just keep it to the side with something to hold the parchment paper down because I put the pot onto towels to mix the baking soda in. Why do I keep saying baking powder? Huh.
I also have a pan with parchment paper off to my left here.
Is he too noisy?
No, he's fine. Let
okay.
that bird shine. You let him go. He's good.
Sometimes he seems like he wants something. He's over on his perch looking at me expectantly. So it's like he's decided he needs something, but I have no clue what it is. So right now I'm at 250.
Okay. Yeah, I'm at like 245 probably. And that's fine if we're off by a couple minutes.
Because you don't want it to cook too fast.
Yeah,
and it seems like,
so fast.
Yeah, it seems like it's probably doing okay. If in a couple minutes you're still right there, then maybe bump it up.
Oh, did you see that? Did you
what?
see
No.
that? Oh, did a perfect circle. Like a
Oh
smoke
my God.
bowl, right on camera. I was like, pooh. That was super cool.
You don't even have to practice.
I know, right?
That's interesting, though. Yours is icy steam. Huh. I wonder why.
Maybe it's because I'm in frickin' sub-zero temperatures in this frickin' state. And it just knows it. So it's like, oh, you're at -9? Okay, here's some steam.
So I'm right about 260. Okay. Just going to stick that back in there. And this basically, like, when I wipe it off, it's this sugar. And if I leave it on here, it hardens in like a ball around the thermometer.
I'm going to also just check and see where I'm at, like in the middle. So,
Apparently, I'm just super curious.
well, and oh my gosh, like, I have to hit this like 300 times because it goes up 1 degree at a time.
Really? That slowly?
Oh, yeah. Well, my finger can't go any faster. It's not even.
You can just do a video with you just using the thermometer.
I'm there. Okay, so my candy thing is not good because the center of my thing is at 300 right now. So I want to take it off, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I would take it off.
So that's what was happening. But why does my candy thermometer sucks? What the heck?
Well, maybe, it could be that that's the difference from the center of the pot
to the side
to
of the pot.
outside.
Okay, well, I gotta take it off right now because that is gonna get too hot otherwise.
So at this point, then, you want to get the candy thermometer out. I'm hoping it's gonna be, we'll see how it turns out.
We'll see.
And then just sift the baking soda on top and stir it really well. It's gonna bubble. You want it to become kind of like a pale blondish color.
Okay.
Because you really do want to make sure that you get the baking soda stirred in.
Okay.
Now, our younger daughter, Rain, who is the one who really went after recipes, because she made it for me as a surprise. She didn't stir it very much because she said if you stir it too much, you don't get the air that you want. But what I found is if I don't stir it enough, I get pockets of baking soda, and it's not good. So,
so
I just stir it up a little bit. Yeah.
Let's see if this does anything. Oh yeah. It is into like a caramel color.
Okay. Can you see any of the white around?
What white?
From the baking soda?
No.
Okay, then
now
I would
just fluffy. Now should I just pour it in there? Okay.
Yep.
Looks like a cloud of fluffy.
Yep.
All right. Let's try it out here.
I'm gonna check my temp.
Now, do I have to is this gonna
smell it?
Yes, I'm glad I checked it. It's like stuck in here. Ah.
Oh, it is?
No, I got it.
Oh yeah.
Super fluffy.
And then once you get it in, don't touch it. Just let it do its
thing.
Yeah, just
I'm gonna
totally
shake it. Okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna move this over there, get it out of the way. Oh boy.
And at this point, I'm at 290.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Come out of there. Is there a way to separate it? Does this look right?
Do you have a use a silicone spatula to get it off your whisk, but kind of put it to the side, not on top of everything else you've already put on.
Yes, okay. There we go. Okay.
It is very different looking.
very different looking. Some is going to be thicker than others.
Yep. And that might be because it did not heat evenly through the pot, because I have a feeling that probably the outside, that your candy thermometer was telling you what the temperature was at the outside of the pot.
Well, I'm glad I checked it.
Yeah, that's what happened to me when I used a pot that was kind of oval shaped. It kind of, it was over the sides. And so the outside of my mixture was not as hot as the rest of it.
It's like a big...
Weird?
That one's so thick. I'll have to cut it into little tiny skinny, because I can't get that. I mean, that ain't going anywhere.
No, and so you want it to be still, because what you're doing is it has air pockets.
Okay.
But it has air pockets, and when you move it, it pops the air. So it becomes more dense. But also, the batch that I'm making today is the 4th batch I've made. So, the first batch that I made probably came out more like that. Okay, so I'm at 298, 299, 300. And I'm going to turn that off.
I'm going to go put this in the sink and wash her off. Or at least soak it.
Oh, I forgot to use my whisk. Need my whisk.
I'm really curious to see what this tastes like. It smells good.
Okay. Move this here. Really noisy. It makes a funny sound.
A big plop.
Yep. And then I don't so much scrape. I do get a little extra off, but there's the sugar crystallization on the sides. So I'm not trying to get all of that.
Right.
Yep. And then this will just sit and harden now for about 2 hours. I'll show you.
Oh yeah.
You can.
Yep.
Oh, I got sugar on my apron. Yeah, so that'll just sit for a couple hours, and then candy places will actually cut it with knives, even I guess saws, but I just break it apart.
Okay.
With my hand.
Okay.
So, yeah. So
right.
It'll just sit now.
All right. For 2 hours.
I got sugar. Yeah. You might find that it actually cools before 2 hours, but
we'll just come back in 2 hours.
Yeah, everything that I read says just let it sit for 2.
Cool. Yep.
Okay. Oh, and when I set mine down, it broke.
Oh.
So it's all. Can you see? It's
Yep.
Okay. Are you going to break yours apart?
There's mine. Yeah, I'm going to smash it. You want me to smash it?
Okay.
Break it apart.
You want me to break
Go
it?
ahead.
Should I break it or smash it?
Break it.
Well,
I want to
see
it.
what happens with your hands, and then if you need, use the.
Right there. Oh!
Well, look at that.
Oh, that looks great.
Oh my gosh.
I want to eat some.
How does it, so it's kind of hard for me to see. How does it look in the center?
It looks very even, consistent.
Good. Okay. Let me see. This is what mine looks like.
Yep, mine looks very similar, except yours is
A little fluffier.
Yours is thicker.
Yeah.
Mine cooked really fast. My candy thermometer sucked. Here, Tim's gonna try a bite.
Cheers.
Cheers. Whoa.
Ooh.
Cheers, Nicole.
Cheers.
I'm trying to get my cheers. It's a very different flavor, but it has that kind of molasses like you were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like a bit of honey.
Sort of. But
That's right.
Good.
Okay.
it is good.
That's interesting.
Can you hear me chewing it?
Woo!
I could see it being dipped in chocolate though.
It is so good. You can.
That's good.
I've had it dipped in milk chocolate and dark chocolate. I love it in dark chocolate,
Okay.
but it's good both ways. And when I've had it, they usually do like a really good thickness on the outside of it.
Okay.
And it might sound a little weird, but when I've had it, if it's not dipped in chocolate, sometimes I'll just take a couple chocolate chips and put them on top and just take a bite.
Just for the flavor.
Because it adds a really nice creaminess to the candy.
Okay. Well, I think mine turned out very good.
That is good. I'm so excited for you. It's just like break the pieces apart. Oh, and I was going to show you. Okay. This batch that I made where,
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you can see it close enough, the baking soda didn't get mixed in quite enough. And actually this was also made with unprocessed cane sugar and light corn syrup. And then this batch was made, it's a little darker. The baking soda was incorporated a lot better. It was made with brown sugar and dark corn syrup. And then this one it's so sticky. This one was made with light corn syrup and the unprocessed sugar, except you can see there, the baking soda really did not get mixed properly. And it's sticky, like even, you can hear that. It's so sticky.
Yeah, it's not.
So is it consistent all throughout, or do you have some pieces that are a little bit sticky? Oh my gosh, that's so exciting. You did so well on your first time.
Thank you.
That's really exciting.
It is.